On the night of the 11th of November 1940, the Fleet Air Arm carried out a devastating attack on the Italian battle fleet in Taranto Harbour. It was an attack that would ultimately alter the course of events in the Mediterranean during World War II. Much is often spoken about the sequence of events during that raid, but not so much is often thought about the actual aircraft and what the crews had to endure during that flight. The aircraft of the time were effectively large World War I type aircraft. By 1939, 1940, many British aircraft were still only large biplanes with fabric skins and tubular structure, so very, very lightweight, very precarious, and no armour plating anywhere on the aircraft. To fly the distance to the attack was 180 miles, and to do that, a large auxiliary fuel tank had to be placed in the rear cockpit of the Swordfish, which meant that the gunner's position had to be dispensed with. So all 21 Swordfish readied for that mission were going to be flying with no armament themselves. They'd be flying into battle unarmed. The ring of defence around Taranto Harbour was huge. The Italians had put in place an enormous amount of anti-aircraft guns and a defence of barrage balloons, and each barrage balloon would have a cable streaming to the ground designed to cut the wings off of any aircraft that were trying to fly between them. Many of the pilots tried to weave between those balloons. Many chose to fly over the top and do a near vertical dive down into the harbour area below. Only 2 aircraft were lost during the raid, which speaks volumes for the bravery and skill of the pilots involved. Sadly, Lieutenants Bailey and Slaughter lost their lives, the other 2 crew taken prisoner. An hour or so later, all of the Swordfish remaining were back on HMS Illustrious, safe, and the Italian Navy had had a devastating blow on that one strike. Admiral Cunningham was later heard to say that in the Fleet Air Arm, the Royal Navy has its most devastating weapon.